Hey, what's up, people? What's up? Real quick, I just want to touch on the little, debacle or a little, smoke issue we had that came all the way down from Canada the other day. The wildfires that pushed the smoke all the way down to central Jersey, probably further all the way down the East Coast. You know, um, Today should be my day where I go into work. But I decided this was my 3-day weekend, and I decided, you know what, I need to take another day off. Not because I'm ailing physically, I'm just mentally exhausted. And sometimes when you become mentally exhausted, you tend to not want to get out of bed, not want to do anything. But I feel this way because of, yes, everybody got personal stuff going on in life, but sometimes some people go to work to escape the personal stuff you're going through. And then when you go to work to escape the personal things, you run into employers. Not really. I'm not. There's not a conviction on the whole postal service. This is maybe just in my office. I don't know how anyone else's office operate, but the whole issue of employees have to tell managers and supervisors and postmasters that, hey, it's so smoky outside, it's hard to breathe. For them to acknowledge that the air quality in the area is bad. For us to have to say something in order for you to send a message out to everyone, mask up or do all this stuff. This is a topic of conversation that should have been had from the morning that we walked in, because the day prior, this smoke came down in the evening, and everything was a mess from that time. And everyone should understand, hey, this thing is a mess. You understand? But because that didn't happen, this is where we're at in this situation where employees is going to feel that, hey, management don't give a shit about us. And because of that, these are the issues you run into as managers and stuff like that. Because I'm honestly going to tell you this. I go to work in whatever condition. But I'm going to let you know, hey, it's not safe out here. So that we have something on the record that I'm telling you it's hard to breathe. It's not safe out here. We need to do something. You understand? And the mere fact that it took me sending a message to my managers, supervisors, a RIMS message to them in order for them to say, hey, we understand it's hazy outside, it's smoky outside, the conditions are bad. For them to say something is kind of ridiculous. Caring about your employees only takes 30 seconds out your day to say, hey, have a good day, be careful, safety first, be safe doing what you're doing. Doing that on a daily basis keeps the morale in the office. That means you're on top of things, at least from the sense of communication wise. You're talking to your employees. We don't care what paperwork you got doing. Communication wise, if you communicate with your employees, say, hey, have a good day. Even if you walk down the line, say good morning, do stuff like that. It keeps the morale for the employees. You keep them wanting to come in, because guess what? At least when they come in, if they're having a bad morning, you said good morning. It's something that needs to be perfected. It doesn't matter what industry, and it needs to be perfected to the point where you don't have disgruntled employees. Things are gonna happen, yes, but you won't have disgruntled employees, or you can have employees where you can actually talk to and deal with whatever issues they have. My thing is this: when employees see, when you have a group chat within your office, and you can talk about how much the managers and supervisors and everyone else don't care about the employees enough to recognize and try to do something, even if there's nothing they really can do, because we don't have 10 feet of snow outside, then the simple words of appreciate you coming to work, thank you for coming in, be safe, wear a mask. If you don't have masks, we have masks to provide. Yes, they have it sitting around, but not everyone is going to use common sense to say, hey, oh, it's smoky outside. Let me grab a mask on the way out. Not everyone's gonna do that. So we need employers, managers, supervisors to you take the initiative to, if you have to remind your employees, remind them and do something good about it. You know, that smoke last week was horrible. It's probably one of the worst things I've been through. I don't have asthma, but I put a mask on and it wasn't doing anything for me. I can't breathe. I couldn't breathe properly. You know, so I think a lot needs to be changed in the sense of being more human to people as opposed to treating them as a number. Because a lot of times when they're doing route inspections and things like that, when they tell you have an 8-hour day, they say, oh, you have downtime, you have less mail. They're going off the mail count. We shouldn't have to work off a mail count. You have 8 hours to do your route, get your route done in 8 hours. If you don't have a pivot, you don't have a pivot. But it should never be a day where it's, oh, you have downtime, you got to do a mail count. None of this stuff really should be relevant to anything that's going on outside that is hazardous to our health. It just needs to be a little bit more accountability and understanding, like the employee should matter more. Because without the employees, you wouldn't have a properly running machine. And you need to put a little bit of grease on that chains that keeps everything going. Because without the carriers and all these other people, a lot of things within the Postal Service wouldn't function properly. Down to the PSEs, call center, the cleaners, everybody have a role to play. So keeping morale within your building, even if it's just the buildings individually, has to be done in a way where employees feel wanted, a lot of times in order for them to function properly or do their jobs efficiently. But anyways, thanks for listening. I might have been rambling a little bit, but put your comments below. Tell me what you think. If you like it, you do. If you don't, still appreciate you watching. Anyways, like, subscribe. I'm trying to start this up, keep it going. So I'm gonna build a studio in my house so I can have other employees come by and we really have meaningful conversations. Because some of the stuff I put up there is probably not really meaningful at the moment. It doesn't really give you too much, but something where we can start from the ground up talking about the Postal Service and how they're experiencing, and talk about things that people don't know that really goes on. Because a lot of different postal employees have different experiences. So we'd love to put everyone's perspective and experience out there so that people can have a better understanding of how the Postal Service operates for each individual. How it works for them, how is it changing their lives, how is it affecting their lives, simple things like that, so that whether the general public or just other employees look at this, they can have a sense of, hey, this affects me this way or that affects me that way, or man, I didn't know my mail carrier goes through this. So it's something I'm working on. So I appreciate you subscribing. Anyone that subscribe, like, even if you don't share, I appreciate you watching. Okay. All right, people, I'm out. Postal Talk with Kenzie. Take it easy.